Live on YouTube. Oh shit, it's a fan. My bad. It's a fan blowing. It was a fan blowing right there. I'm live. I don't even know when was the last time I went live on YouTube. I had to go live. Somebody shot Charlie Kirk. Somebody shot Charlie Kirk in the throat. I'm probably not gonna stay live for too long because the FBI not about to send goons to my house. But gun nut gets shot. News at 11. You guys, I think we're heading towards a civil war. I know I've said that before, and I keep saying that. I'm gonna continue saying that, and people keep saying that I'm doing too much, and that it's not gonna happen, or that like it's not possible, or that I don't know how people can believe that in this day and age. I really don't know. But I see a bunch of people just came in. Hi, Strange Black Media, I see you. Hi, Michelle's daughter, Senna. Hello, Massamova. Hi, Kenny is crazy. Hi, Vanity. Hi, Vans. Hi, Karma. Squarebox. Hi, Shem. I'm on Patreon. Shem said, hi, Sren, where you been? I'm on Patreon. Patreon's my main platform. I've been going live. Hi, Louie. I've been going live, or Lewis, I guess, sorry. My brain is the interview with the vampire. I've been going live on Patreon on Fridays. Hi, Vermilion Dynamo. I got their live function to work. It's a lot easier to go live from my computer, with my webcam and stuff. Oh my God, it was just reported that he died. Are you serious? When I logged on, AP said he was in critical condition. He died? Y'all know what the wildest part about this shit is? Y'all know what the wildest part about this shit is? The wildest part about this shit is that Charlie Kirk was a fucking gun nut who literally said that gun deaths and deaths by gun violence are unavoidable so that we can have our Second Amendment rights. AP just reported that he died. If AP reported it, I believe it. If AP reported it, I believe it. Wow. So he's dead. I didn't see... He was not surviving that. The video was very graphic. I didn't see the video. I don't want to see the video. I heard the video was extremely graphic. He got shot in the throat, I heard. And I heard that it was just like blood, like Tarantino, like a Tarantino, like blood, like motherfucker, he's dead. Live updates from NBC, he's dead. Like just blood everywhere. So from what I heard, I would have been really surprised if he pulled through. But y'all are telling me that he's dead. I'm literally live right now. When I got on 3 minutes ago, he was still in critical condition. But so y'all are telling me that he's dead. Nah, I'm not gonna watch that shit. I'm not trying to have fucking nightmares about this man getting fucking shot in the throat and a fucking geyser of fucking blood spurting out like a fucking Tarantino movie. I'm not trying to watch that shit. I'm not trying to watch that shit. Hi, Kyrie. How are you? They just said that the AP and NBC, Vermilion, live update from NBC, he's dead. That AP and NBC, they said that he's dead. Just they updated on AP, Kirk is dead. Y'all, it's gonna be a war. Okay, so people have been saying, where am I? Again, my main platform is Patreon. Wikipedia already updated, they say he died. My main platform is Patreon. I go live every Friday on Patreon. So that's where I am. I'll put a link. Somebody could put a link. I'll pin it. I'll probably let this upload so everybody can see it. But I'm normally on Patreon. I go live on Patreon every Friday. It's much easier to live stream there because, you know, it's not like an advertising thing. It's not like an open thing. You know, you don't have to watch what you say on there. I could stream music on there. I can watch shows and stuff on there. I'm planning on streaming an interview with the vampire there. Like, you could just kind of do whatever you want on live over there because there's there's no algorithm. Like, you guys know the algorithm over here on YouTube is like so aggressive. So I stream Fridays on Patreon, but I wanted to come live on YouTube for this because I was just like, oh my goodness, like what? Like, I was shocked to see this. Okay, I see it. They're reporting that he died. Why isn't it letting me pin it? Okay, I don't know why it's not letting me pin it, but Vanity just put the link for the Patreon. Vance, the video is graphic. They're reporting that he died. Hi, Karma. Some people said they heard he's in stable condition. AP just reported he died. He was not surviving that. The video was very graphic. Hi, Helen. I just got the notification. He's dead. Yeah, Michelle's daughter. I don't want to see that video. I saw it. There's absolutely no way he survived. Don't watch it. Hi, Kenny. Yeah, he wasn't surviving that. Kyrie. No way he survived that. Yeah, he's dead. Hi, Francesca. Not going to lie. I don't even think he made it to the hospital. Wikipedia updated and said he died. Yes, I'm on Patreon. Shamika Vanity put a link. That's absolutely crazy. Hi, Monica. Yikes. Speak my mind. I can't watch the video either. The description is bad enough. Exactly, Squarebox. The description is bad enough. I'm not trying to see nobody get shot in the throat. I unfortunately saw the video. I knew then he wasn't going to make it. I'm sure he passed from blood loss alone. Yeah, they said he was like spurt. The irony of it all is seconds right before he got shot, he was talking about gang violence being more of a problem than mass shootings. Yo, the irony of Charlie Kirk getting shot and supposedly, allegedly dying from a gunshot wound. The screenwriter is doing a lot. The screenwriter is doing all type of motherfucking twists and motherfucking turns in the story of our lives. Because again, this is a man that literally said that gun deaths are an unavoidable consequence of us having our Second Amendment right to bear arms. And died by gun, live by the gun, die by the gun, I guess. And yo, watching the conservatives like really contort themselves about this, y'all, I genuinely think that within the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna have a civil war, a real civil war. Like, we're currently in a cold civil war. You guys have heard me say this before. Like, we're currently in like a cold war, like a very quiet, like not like the original civil war that we had over slavery, but like we're getting to that point. I genuinely believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, we're gonna have, because like there's no meeting in the middle. There's no compromising. And I'm not saying that there should be, because I don't think that there should be. Like, and like you literally see people being like fucking delusional. Like, you literally see people being delusional. You literally see these people being like, oh, all the left does is like perpetrate violence. And it's just like, Dylan Roof killed 7 people. Kyle Rittenhouse killed 3 people. January 6th rioters, y'all supposed to be the party of law and order, but your people ran up in the Capitol and killed a cop killers. Sorry, you guys just saw my hand. My camera's on the other side. I'm used to it being on the other side. Like, when it's the right, they're very much willing to resort to violence, aggression, intimidation. Your Supreme Court just ruled that it's perfectly fine to utilize race in arresting people. Y'all could just be like, oh, they just look guilty based off race and appearance. And like, all that is fine, right? All that is fine to them, right? all that is fine, all that is excusable, like, it's fine, it's whatever. But now they're like bending over backwards, like contorting themselves. Trump has ran with this like entirely false narrative. I talked about this on Patreon. Trump has ran with this entirely false narrative of DC is so violent, all these cities are so violent, we need to bring in the National Guard, we need to crack down on these cities. It's a whole false flag operation. It's Order 66. It's the motherfucking Palpatine special of I'm going to create an emergency so that I can sick the military and the National Guard on people, and then I can declare myself emperor. I can say that it's a state of emergency. I literally said this when he came back. I was like, bitch, we're not about to have no more elections because Trump is going to declare that we are in a state of emergency. He's going to declare himself emperor, Emperor Palpatine, and he's not going to leave. And so they're trying to like put all this stuff when like they have been the instigators of violence over the last 10 years. They've been the instigators of violence, and all they've done is defend violence. All they've done is defend violence. It doesn't matter if it's elementary schools being shot up. It doesn't matter if they're killing police in the Capitol building. It doesn't matter if they're killing black people in churches. It doesn't matter if they're killing black people in grocery stores in Buffalo, New York. It doesn't matter if they're killing protesters. They bend over backwards to contort themselves to say why violence is fine, and not just fine, necessary. Lest we forget, Charlie Kirk himself said that gun violence was an unavoidable part of our having our Second Amendment rights, our right to bear arms. And Charlie Kirk has now been shot in the throat, and y'all are telling me that this man is dead. They wanted to kill Gretchen Whitmer. It was a whole plot. If everyone is now in the mindset of that we have to resort to violence to get the things that we want, then it's a war. Then it's a war. That's it. That's it. That's it. Hi, Queen. I see you, Queen. It's chaos there right now. A girl I went to high school with is an instructor at the school. She's trying to leave the campus. Queen. Oh, both queens. Hi, Queen and other queen. Always bet on black. Hi, Natalia. He's dead. Oh, yeah. He's dead. He's dead. Hi, Marcus. Hollywood Reporter, LA Times, WAPO confirmed. He's dead. Always bet on black. He's dead. He's deceased. Hi, Kayla. It's all over Twitter. Y'all be careful. It's crazy times in the country. Kyrie, it is so crazy. I hope you're doing well, Kyrie. I hope you're doing good. Again, every Friday I go live on Patreon. That's like my main platform now. I just had to come on here because this is crazy. Yes, that's what he said, Vanity. That's literally what he said. At the hands of another white man, too. They're saying this old white dude killed him, and his final tweet was about black on black crime, and died by white on white crime. The screenwriter. The screenwriter said, I got some twists and turns for y'all. Imagine your last tweet being about black on black crime and you just died as a result of white on white violence. Imagine saying that gun deaths are unfortunately an unavoidable part of our Second Amendment right to bear arms, and you just got shot in the throat. But they're not going to learn. They're not going to learn. The contortions and the mental gymnastics are going to continue. Oh, it wasn't the old white man that killed him in Utah. It was somebody else that killed him. Y'all could update me. When I came on 15 minutes ago, he wasn't even dead yet. I mean, he might have been dead, but it wasn't announced that he was dead. I don't have anything open. I have nothing. Y'all are giving me live updates right now in real time. So, update me. Yeah, Kayla. Charlie Kirk. Charlie Kirk. I'm just glad they can't blame a marginalized group this time. This is going to be a doozy. I just told someone last night where there will be an increased violence by individuals more than groups. And not only that, not only violence by individuals in terms of like a civil war. Yes, violence by individuals, but not just violence by individuals, like organized. Like, let's talk about like the redistricting that's like going on right now, right? Trump tells Texas to redistrict to basically steal 5 seats in the midterms that are coming up. And so Gavin Newsom says, in California, okay, we're going to have a special election in November so that we can have the people vote on redistricting in California. I'm not going to do it myself because that's not the way things are done in California. But we're going to have a special election so that people could vote on it so that we could like potentially get like an extra like 15 seats or something like that. And so then Missouri says they're going to do, and Florida says they're going to do, and this state says what they're going to do, and that state says what they're going to do. This is how we get to secession, which California has already threatened to secede. It's not just about individuals. We're talking about like states. We're talking about like it's just not, I just don't see how we avoid it. I just don't see how we avoid it at this point. You literally have half of the country that feels one way, and you have the other half of the country that feels another way. I did a podcast about this on Patreon. It's literally called like, are we about to have like a second American Civil War? Because it is individuals, but like it's not just individuals. Like it's not just, sorry, I keep putting my hand in front of the camera. It's not just individuals. Oh, I see. Authorities do not have a suspect in custody, according to Utah Valley. Oh, I see. University spokesperson Ellen Trainor, the school had said earlier in an alert that police had detained a suspect, but the suspect was released, so that wasn't him. Yes, that's why the spread of misinformation is unhelpful. The guy the police had must have been the wrong guy. The police are still looking for the shooter. The person taken into custody is not believed to be the killer. This reminds me of when the Republican baseball game was attacked by a mass shooter. They still didn't care about gun reform. The killer is not in custody. They say the killer is still in the loose, still at large. Who knew Utah had it in them? That was a shocker. The real shooter's on the run. Thank you. Like I said, when I got on, Mans wasn't even dead yet. Like, he's dead now. Like, but like you guys are updating me in real motherfucking time. But yeah, exactly. High Nova luxurious. Monica said we are beyond the point of no return. And I still see people, hi Vita Love, hi Indiana. I still see people that are like, how do I put this? I still see people that are like, we need to come together. How? Like, oh, we need to come together. This is when we need to come together. Or like, I just feel like, how is that possible? It's just like, how is that possible? I really feel, not only do I feel like at this point, like a civil war is inevitable. Don't take this the wrong way, y'all. Like, it sounds bad to say that it's necessary. I don't want to say that it's necessary because like wars are bad and like people die. Civil war remains like the bloodiest war on United States like soil, like the amount of people that died. But it's like you have two sides that cannot ever come to an agreement. So let's just use the first original Civil War as an example. This is going to be very loose. Like, we're not going to get like all into like the concept of like states' rights, blah blah blah, right? We're just gonna stick to like the abstract, which is that the Civil War was over slavery. I argue with your mama and somebody else. We're just going to stick to that, right? The Civil War was over slavery, okay? So you have half of the population, we're keeping it loose, we're keeping it loose. You have half of the population that says, like, niggas are animals. Like, what do you guys mean you think that, like, black people are humans? Like, what do you guys mean that, like, they shouldn't be enslaved and, like, they should have rights and, like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's like saying that my fucking cow has rights and my fucking cow should fucking be able to vote. Like, that's, like, you sound delusional. Like, that's just, like, that's never gonna happen. Like, that's like saying, like, you wanna have the right to fucking marry a fucking nigger. Like, that's like me saying, like, I want a right to, like, marry my cow. Like, it's not gonna happen, okay? And then you have, like, another set of people that's like, no, like, the darkies are human beings too, and, like, bondage is wrong, and, like, they need to be free, and we need to completely retool the entire economic engine of the United States. Completely. Our entire economy, our entire banking system, our entire farming and agriculture system, the way that we do everything in this country, we need to redo it. Because, like, black people can't continue to be enslaved. Like, that can't go on. So we need to, like, totally change everything in our entire country, right? And you have, like, the other side that's like, bitch, you sound fucking crazy. Like, that's never gonna fucking happen. Like, we can't be fucking expected to fucking end slavery and, like, totally retool our fucking economic engine and fucking give these niggers rights and shit. Like, the fuck are you talking about? Like, that's never gonna fucking happen. Like, there's no way that, like, those two sides could come to some type of, like, civil agreement. Like, that like, it's just, like, the war was inevitable. Like, it had to happen. Inevitable is the word that I want. Not necessary, per se, but inevitable. Like, it was inevitable. I don't want to say that we at that place now, but like, there's no, especially when you're talking to people and, like, those people think that, like, you're delusional and you think that, like, they're delusional as well. Like, when you listen to some of these people talk, like, they really genuinely believe, like, that they are victims, that they are being victimized, that they are being, like, victimized by fucking black people, and that they're being fucking victimized by socialists. Oh, these fucking communists. Like, they really genuinely believe that, you know, like, they believe that. Like, there's no meet in the middle. There's no, like, there's no nothing. Like, at this point, it really seems like we need to have some type of something so that we can at least have a winner, right? Like, that's what happened. Like, we had a war. There was a winner. They said, listen, that's it. Y'all lost. That's it. Now, of course, again, like I said, we're playing this real fast and loose because, of course, like, slavery wasn't really ended. You know, you're still allowed to be enslaved basically if you're in prison. The majority of prisoners are black. We still had all types of Jim Crow and segregation and race, blah, 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 blah. So, of course, not saying that, like, you know, we're keeping it loose. We're keeping it loose. But ultimately, there was a war. One side won. One side lost. And that was that. It's feeling like we're getting to that point again. Like, we need some type of, like, concrete something to happen. Because motherfuckers can't just be getting shot in the throat at motherfucking school campus events. That is insane. Let me look at these comments. Chat. Sorry, not comments, chat. I see everybody. Hi, Daily Gamer. This is crazy. Confirmed he's dead. Yep. Yes, they did a kidnapping plot on Gretchen Whitmer. What will happen is the response will strictly be a political one. Yeah. Yeah. He's dead. Yep. They just announced that he died. This is nuts. Just looked it up. Confirmed. Hi. Yes, I go live on Fridays on Patreon, Queen. In Utah. Okay, so yeah, so the killer is still excuse me, the person that was taken into custody was released. Okay. Yes, authorities do not have a suspect. Cool. Got it, Queen. Real shooter's on the run. He was only 31 years old. His job was politically trolling college campuses. That was bound to go wrong. Something has to happen. Something has to happen. Ooh, you watched the video. Yeah, we are too far gone. People just be chatting, just trying to hold on to hope. And it's just like, it's just how. It's just like how. Like, I don't know how. And I don't want, that's what I'm saying, like, I don't want a war. Like, nobody wants a war. I mean, like, some people want wars, but I feel most people don't want a war. Like, most of us don't really know in the United States what a war, like, really entails. People are maybe starting to get an understanding now of it, I think, because of Gaza and Palestine, and the amount of images and video and stuff. But I feel like people still don't really like fully like grasp like a real war, like in the sense of like the violence and like, like not being able to eat and like all these things. But it feels inevitable, it feels unavoidable, like, because politics isn't working. That's why people are resorting to violence, because like politics aren't working. And this is something I always see people saying too, when they be like, oh, like violence is not the answer, like we should be able to just like debate and like discourse and like politics isn't working. And you also, when you don't believe that your political system is working, which neither side apparently does, because everyone keeps saying like, people believe that Trump won because like he rigged the election, him and Elon Musk like rigged the election and they like stole. And even now with this redistricting shit, they're cheating, they're trying to steal seats. And then people on the right, they believe that Joe Biden won in 2020. Oh, he stole. We're talking about stolen fucking campaigns and stolen elections. And, oh, and the DNC didn't have a real primary. They just, like, pushed Kamala Harris in there. Like, neither side feels like our political structure is working. And if your political structure is not working, option B is violence. Like that meme with the two buttons. Violence, and the violence button is getting hit, and the violence button is getting hit repeatedly. That shit is getting smashed, which means we're heading towards a real war. I don't see anything else happening. Hey Chris, I'm on Patreon, right? I don't know if you're on Patreon, but I'm on Patreon. I go live on Fridays on Patreon. I'm live here because this shit is crazy. I went live because Charlie Kirk got shot in the throat, and they told me live that he died. These people are not stockpiling guns and doing drills just because. Yeah, these preppers and shit, like, people are getting prepared. The first Civil War was over racism, and the second Civil War will be over racism. The curmudgeon Bantu said, yep. There's Marcy. Yeah. That project never went far enough, so here we are. And as you said, that's why another war is inevitable. Yeah. It's like old boy from the Jubilee clip that went viral who proclaimed to be a fascist. Like, how can we win with people like that in a democratic fashion? The only answer is, like, how do we stay out of the way of the chaos that they are imploding with? Well, but I don't think anyone can stay out of the way, to be honest. I'm sorry to say that. I'm not trying to scare anyone. But that's also kind of the thing about war. Like, even, let's just talk about this Charlie Kirk thing. Charlie Kirk apparently, like, he must have been shot by, like, a fucking sniper. Because that's a hell of a shot. And it killed him. But that was, like, in the middle of a crowded college campus. That shit could have hit anybody. Like, that shit could have hit anybody and killed anybody. There's no staying out of the way once it escalates to violence. There's no staying out of the way once it escalates to violence. That could have been anybody. That could have been people that wasn't even like attending the event. That could have been motherfuckers just like walking through the campus trying to just fucking go get something to eat or just go to their room or just, like that shot could have hit anybody. Like I said, I haven't seen the video, but exactly, Kyrie. Like from what I've heard, it was a clean ass shot, one shot, throat, and he died. So that was a hit, definitely, but like it definitely could have hit anyone. You can't avoid it once it escalates to violence. And so I understand why people be like, oh, like we don't want to escalate to violence. We feel like violence is not the answer. I understand. But if your political systems and structures are not working, and not only are they not working, they are not trusted to work. I don't want to say violence is the only option left, but y'all could give me some other options. I'm open to suggestions. It's really feeling like we're going to have another civil war. Sorry if you guys hear the garbage truck outside loud. It's really feeling like we're heading towards another civil war. And at the end of this war, in the next 5 to 10 years, whatever side wins, just like the last civil war, where we then had a period of reconstruction and we had to completely... Like, we had to, like, amend the Constitution, and we had to, like, completely redo, again, like, our entire economic engine of how the United States works, and our banking system, and again, like, our agriculture and everything, and our politics and our laws and, like, all these things. It's feeling like we're gonna have a second civil war, and at the end, whoever's gonna be the winner is gonna completely retool our society. I'm sure there will be some more amendments made to the Constitution. They're already also talking about, like, they want to, like, expand the Supreme Court. Like, we're in this, like, period of extreme upheaval. Like, the world that, like, many of us, especially as millennials, like, grew up in and knew is dead. That shit is gone. That shit is not coming back. We're in this extremely chaotic period. Bitch, we in a chaotic era, okay? 3-Body Problem. I read the 3-Body Problem series earlier this year. Highly recommend it. 3-Body Problem, Dark Forest, Death's End. We are in a chaotic era that I do think is eventually going to culminate in a second war, not a Cold War, a real actual war, like states seceding and all that. And whoever wins at the end is going to reshape the United States in their image, laws, politics. Everything's about to change. I don't think shit can continue on the way it's going. Charlie Kirk is a huge figure. I can't even think of, like, who would be the equivalent on the left of getting, like, shot and killed. This is a major event that just happened, y'all. I was like, I have to go live on YouTube. This is a major event that just occurred. Y'all, I'm kind of getting tired of living through historical events. Like, maybe. I see y'all saying Hassan Piker might be the only one. Maybe. And I don't even know. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong. I don't even know if I would even make that comparison, because Hassan Piker is not directly involved in politics, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Right, like, he's not even on the level of Charlie Kirk. Like, Charlie Kirk was directly involved in politics. He had his organization, I think it was called Turning Point. He was directly involved in American politics. Like, he had this, like, political organization, like, right, Hassan isn't starting groups. He's not directly funded by billionaires. Right, like Charlie Kirk was, like, directly involved in American. This is, like, a political figure, not just, like, no disrespect to Hassan Piker. Hassan Piker, like, this is gonna sound like disrespectful, like, but Charlie Kirk was not, like, no streamer. No disrespect to the streamers. I'm live right now. No disrespect to the streamers. No disrespect. This would be like if they fucking shot like Nancy Pelosi or some shit. Like, this is like a major political. This is like a major political figure that started a political organization with the express intention of bringing young men, particularly young white men, into the MAGA fold and radicalizing them, going around to college campuses with his organization and like recruiting people and like having these events and like mobilizing and like organizing for Donald Trump. Like I've seen people say like Donald Trump does not get elected again in 2024 like without Charlie Kirk. Like, this is like a Elon Musk, just in terms of like politics, like a large scale figure in politics that is dead. The war might have just started. The war might have just started today. September 9th, September 10th, September 10th. Charlie Kirk was very big in real life. Not just internet, in real life. I'm way behind on chat. Let me see. So sorry for the noise. We are not at peace and it's going to be elevated. The socio-political enmity continues to escalate. Sorry, that's the garbage truck outside. Sorry. Oh, the clicking, that sound, that's me scrolling. Sorry, that's my fingernails tapping. Sorry. That's my fingernails tapping. Hi, tarot student. It literally looked like the assassination of Abraham Lincoln. The video is tough to watch. I think a lot of us understand, but it's petrifying to even fathom what war will really look like for us because we haven't experienced it firsthand, but we know from history. I don't know. AP News confirmed he died 10 minutes ago. Okay, yeah, there's a Patreon. The link has been posted. I will also add. I can't pin for some reason. You know, they change everything. But I will also put a link after this is uploaded and everything. So for anybody that wants to check out the Patreon, yes, I have a Patreon. I go live on Patreon normally every Friday because it's a lot easier to go live over there without the very aggressive YouTube algorithm. And, you know, everything. YouTube is so aggressive now. And I also do podcasts, current events, and all types of stuff every Friday on Patreon. Live streams on Friday, podcasts. There's like a $2 tier, like it's nothing to join. The debater was saying something to Charlie Kirk about how it's a problem, how many mass shootings they've been. And his response was, yeah, but tell me those numbers without gang violence. And bam, he got shot. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, I think it was a sniper. It was a clean shot, just one. I agree. No one else was hit. Somebody deaf playing that. People always say violence doesn't work, but that stance also ignores the violence that the state does on the regular. Yeah, that's also true. Whoever shot him, I feel like, was ex-military. He was pro-gun rights. He was very pro-gun rights. Charlie Kirk literally said that deaths by gun violence are an unavoidable byproduct of us having a Second Amendment right to bear arms. Like, you want to say live by the gun, die by the gun, right? A very clean shot, and that bullet definitely hit an artery. Hi, BA Renaissance. Like a earth reset. Give us a gaze into the future so we will know. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. You guys know that is so loud. I might wrap it up soon. Y'all were saying Hassan Peaker, but he's not on the level of Charlie Kirk. I feel like the world is so desensitized. Everything nowadays, everyone is so different and apathetic towards everything. Yeah, Monica. You know, Monica said I got to get my gun faster than I thought. You see, like on YouTube, I can't say like what I want to say, which is protect yourselves. But on Patreon, I could say it. You know, get a license. You know what kind I mean? And be ready. Because I don't see this ending. Yeah, he lacks the impact. Like Charlie Kirk was like a figure in politics. This is a political assassination. It's like officially that. Oh, Piker. I'm sorry, not Peaker. I've been saying it wrong all this time. Piker. I am so sorry. Yeah, you're right. Charlie Kirk also helped Trump pick Vance as VP. Right, like this is a political figure. This is a political figure. This isn't just like somebody that like streams. Again, no disrespect to streamers. This is a thing. I'm trying to pin it. It's not letting me pin. I see your post. Like when I hold down or press it, before you used to get a pin option, but now it doesn't do it. It doesn't do that anymore. And you can't pin it either, right? Even though you're a mod. Very weird. YouTube changed everything. Piker, thank you for telling me that. Kirk was the reason Trump picked Vance. Yes, the equivalent would be like AOC or somebody. That's true. Hassan had a moment, but he's been excluded. Yeah, like he's well, I talked about this on Patreon. I had a podcast on Patreon where I said, I was like, there's no figures on the left. And I'm talking about like true leftists, not like neoliberals, not like career Democrat politicians, but like actual leftists, far leftists, like how we have a far right. There's no one, like the only one that really we had that got momentum was Bernie Sanders, and they buried Bernie Sanders into the fucking ground. And we really haven't had anybody else sort of come along in a way that people like Charlie Kirk have been able to come along and galvanize people. I did a whole podcast on this. Please check out the Patreon if you have not checked out the Patreon, because I did a whole podcast about this where I was just like, there's no one on the left that's really galvanizing people, organizing. And I did talk about Hassan. And I said in that one, I said the closest person that we maybe have is Hassan. That's it. Like, there's really no one. Like, I don't have a comparison even for this moment. I don't have a comparison. Like, exactly. Like, Hassan doesn't have the motion that Charlie had with his cult following. Joe Rogan. I use Joe Rogan as an example also in my podcast. Like, there's nobody with that kind of motion. There's no one with that kind of motion. There's nobody with that kind of motion. Turning Point USA has been running another massive ad campaign on YouTube this month as well. Ad campaigns, and like I said, in-person events, going around to college campuses, organizing, registering people to vote. Like, he was very big time. I feel like all this war stuff is happening because Trump is in office. It is, and it isn't. It's not just Trump. Sorry, I have the phone in my hand and my hand is shaking. If it's shaking, I'm so sorry. My hand is shaking. My hand is shaking. I'm holding my left. My hand is shaking. Hi, AW1. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you. What's up? I think even if it wasn't Trump, this is just my personal opinion, I don't think anything would change. Maybe, well, let me take that back. Yes, things would definitely be different in the sense of like that Trump is just like doing whatever he want to do with this presidency, which we all knew was gonna fucking happen. This man is doing whatever he want to do. This man is just like sicking the motherfucking National Guard on people, like just like defunding fucking everything, trying to dismantle the Department of Education, which he said he was gonna do, fucking dismantling all types of shit, dismantling the fucking Corporation for Public Broadcasting, and basically trying to dismantle the government as we fucking know it completely, right? And so yes, under Kamala Harris, like that particular stuff would not be happening, but I still think that there would be violence. It would just be the people on their side, and the people on their side are still violent. Like, they're still violent. Like, not to say that they're not, but some Democratic fucking politician in Minnesota, her and her husband fucking got killed earlier this year, which I fucking talked about on Patreon on the podcast. Like, everyone has already escalated to violence. Everyone has already escalated to violence. When Joe Biden won in 2020, Trump didn't want to step down then. They didn't want to fucking leave. That's how we ended up with January 6th insurrection. It's like it doesn't matter. It's like it doesn't matter like who's really in office, just in terms of the violence being perpetuated. It's like it doesn't matter because each side feels like they're in the right. This is why I'm saying like the war seems inevitable. The war seems inevitable at this point. Each side feels like they're in the right. Each side has already shown that they're ready to escalate to violence. Again, be it Dylan Roof killing 7 black people in a church. Be it whoever just fucking shot and killed Charlie Kirk. Each side has showed that they are ready and willing and prepared to escalate to violence. So the pendulum is just gonna swing. I don't see how a war is avoided at this point. And whoever wins is just gonna reset everything. This is really what I think. I'm dead serious. And y'all just told me live, like I said, when I got on, this man was still alive. Now he's dead. Trump is about to flip out. Trump is about to flip out. Trump is about to flip out. That's my fingernail tapping, if you hear that. I think the White House was going to let Turning Point produce educational content on slavery and other topics, and probably still will. The organization is going to keep going. Yes, Charlie, Turning Point, PragerU are hand in hand. Yes, like, major event. Major event. It's a lot of energy in the air. Please protect yourselves. Yeah, the shot was clean. Definitely a sniper. I'm trying to figure out how people could fix their mouths and say violence isn't the answer in a country that established itself on genocide and chattel slavery. I mean, in war from the beginning, right? Like the Revolutionary War. The only thing that has really got shit accomplished in this country has been violence. I'm sorry. I don't like to say that. I know people like clutch their pearls at that type of sentiment, but change my mind. Change my mind. Hi, Sam. Bernie to me wasn't very serious. Yeah, I see what you're saying, be a renaissance. I'm just talking in terms of like motion, getting motion. It's like a flashpoint of everything everywhere all at once, right? It didn't start with this president, at least to me. I think we saw the outright extreme when Obama was in office as well, because white America felt their grasp wasn't as strong anymore. There's Rico. I agree, Seren. A lot of that stuff would still go on regardless of who is in office. That's facts. It's just a great excuse to enact violence. Hi, Imani. Trump is about to do whatever he feel like doing. Charlie Kirk said guns save lives. It's wild that he got shot. Trump is about to flip the fuck out. I really hope he doesn't declare the state of emergency and take over like tomorrow. Like, it's a state of emergency. I won't be stepping down as president. We won't be having midterm elections. I'm going to be dispensing the National Guard. Here's the list of cities. The war is coming, y'all. I don't want to sound like a tinfoil person. The war is coming. Y'all, like, do what you gotta do. I'm gonna say that. Yeah, y'all better go on the range for practice. It's the truth. It's just acceleration. Shit's all there. Only a matter of when. So again, Chris, I also did a podcast on Patreon that was about accelerationism. It's called On Accelerationism. So again, if you are not on Patreon, please check out the Patreon. I be on there, podcast every Friday. It's basically exactly what I did here, only it's on Patreon and live streams. I've been live streaming on Fridays. I've been live streaming music on Fridays, like all type of stuff. Trump is about to lose his fucking shit. Trump finna go crazy. I can already see him doing some wild shit already. Exactly, Rico. And it's not even a year in. It's not even a year in. It's not even a year into this man's fucking presidency. Think about that. It's not even a year into this man's presidency. And all the shit that we've already seen, the shit that we've seen him do, the shit that we've seen him roll back, the changes that we've seen his Supreme Court making, overturn Roe versus Wade, all this other stuff. And now somebody just fucking shot and killed fucking Charlie Kirk. It hasn't even been 1 year. Y'all can't tell me that over the next 3 years and some change, including midterm elections next year. I don't want to like scare anyone, but like you can't tell me that there's not going to be just more and more escalation. It's not going to simmer down. It's not going to simmer down. It's going to continue. This feels like such a turning point, low key. That's why I'm saying, like, the war might have just, like, for real started today. Like, for real. Like, it feels like when I went live, when they ran up in the Capitol on January 6th, and I was so shocked. I was like, I cannot believe what I'm watching. This is so, like, I never would have thought that I would have seen anything like this in my lifetime. And that's kind of how I feel right now as well. Like, we just witnessed a political assassination in our lifetime. You guys realize that? We just witnessed a political assassination in our lifetime. He's not the president, but like, you know, like Kennedy getting shot, or, you know, like Martin Luther King getting shot. Not to say that he's like on their level. He was a right-wing gun nut, MAGA. But like for their side, this is probably like the equivalent of like MLK being killed. Like, no bullshit, like I'm not even being funny, like I'm not even trying to make a joke. Like, this is not something I thought I would see in my lifetime. Hi, Nicole. A right-winger, Charlie Kirk, was shot and killed. Major right-wing political figure. Shot and killed, shot in the throat while doing a college event in Utah. And I came live and we're talking about it. When I came live, he wasn't dead. Well, I mean, he might have been dead in real life, but it wasn't announced yet. And now he has passed away. They're running with that, Nia. They're running with that. They're running with the comparisons. It's happening. They're running with that. This not about to be no regular day. It's been 8 months. Like, hasn't even been a fucking year. The other day I told my cousin it's only been 9 months and she started screaming. That's what I'm saying. Like, and if you guys think that the next 3 years and 3 months are just, that shit is gonna de-escalate, tell me why, because I would like to know. The question is how long we're gonna have a reconstruction. After the second civil war that we're heading into, it depends. I think that the original reconstruction period was how long? 10 years? 12 years? Correct me. It depends. And it also depends on how long it would go. The war, how long the war goes. And how far reaching, like let's just say hypothetically, FBI, don't come to my house. Let's just say that hypothetically we had a civil war, and let's say that the leftist, and when I say leftist, I don't mean neoliberal Democrat. I mean like actual like left. Okay, like left. So like let's just say democratic socialist. I'm just gonna use that just as like for phrasing. Let's say the leftists won and decided that they wanted a democratic socialist form of government, right? What would have to change for us to have a actual democratic socialist form of government that included universal basic income, that included universal college for all, that included universal health care for all? These would have to be major infrastructural changes to the way that we do things in the United States, just to everything, the way that we do college and the way that we do hospital and the way that we do like everything. It would take a really long time. And they would probably want to expand the Supreme Court. They're also talking about that they want to put limits on Supreme Court justices instead of it being a lifetime appointment. I don't know if that means a constitutional amendment. I think so. We would definitely need constitutional amendments. It would be a major, it would have to be at least 10 years. At least. It would be like major changes. Hi, Camellia. That run up in the Capitol was a joke, but if they had succeeded, Trump would have become a dictator. I don't think it was random. That wasn't no damn random. That was not no damn random act of violence. No, that was not a random act of violence. That was a sniper that shot him in the throat. That wasn't no random person. That wasn't no random person on that crowded ass campus full of people. That wasn't no random person. Absolutely not. That was somebody that knew what they were doing. I refuse to believe. And if they try to come, now I will put my conspiracy theory tinfoil hat on. And if they try to come, they arrest some random person, I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it. I'm not going to believe it. Oh, if they arrest some 23-year-old fucking college student or some shit, I'm not gonna fucking believe it. I'm not gonna believe it. Also, last year, we had fucking Luigi Mangione fucking kill the fucking healthcare CEO. Like, shit. People have decided to choose violence, okay? People have clearly decided they're gonna fucking choose violence. Like, you can't unring that bell. Like, people have already decided they're going to choose violence. That's it. It's over. All the violence is never the answer, people. I'm sorry. That ship has sailed. I did a podcast on Luigi Mangione on the fucking Patreon. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Amelia. Yeah, and this president in MAGA's eyes, Charlie Kirk was like almost VP or something. Trump wants to fly the flag at half-mast. Hi, Jay Malik. It's crazy out here. They killed that Democratic lawmaker a couple months ago, Melissa Hortman. Yes, Minnesota, right? She was in Minnesota. That's the lady I was talking about. They killed her. They killed her husband. Like I said, they had a whole plot to kill fucking Gretchen Whitmer. we've already escalated to political violence. America needs a big ass cigarette smoke or something. Flags at half mast till Sunday. French Revolution style reforms. Yeah, something, exactly. I agree with you, Queen. Like, something is happening. The party, the blah, 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 blah. I see Kayla. The Party for Socialism and Liberation, PSL, has a book that lays out a practical method of implementing these changes. Socialist Reconstruction is the name of the book. That's the book. Hi, Brooke. I went live because Charlie Kirk got shot in the throat, and while I was on live, he died. Brooke, I was not planning on going live. I've mostly been going live on Patreon. I know I keep saying that. Fridays I go live on Patreon. It's easier to go live there. There's less aggressive policing algorithmically and stuff like that. And I can also stream music and movies and TV shows and stuff over there as well. But this is like a major fucking event. So I came live on YouTube. I'm probably going to wrap it up soon. I've been on a little over an hour. Okay, I'm back. Mom wanted to talk about it. Kyrie. That was a planned out execution. Like, is it ever random? He was the only one who got shot on a crowded campus. Definitely targeted. It was a clean shot. The so-called right way of doing things non-violently isn't getting people results, so people are choosing action. Right, Kyrie. AKA violence. Are you not a Patreon member? You don't get the notifications? Well, you can always, if you're, I don't know if you are, if you're not, I'm on Patreon. You can always check Fridays. Because again, Fridays, I live stream Fridays. And I also do a podcast on Fridays on Patreon. This is a major event though, so I came on YouTube. If you are not a patron, the link has been posted a bunch of times in chat. I will also post a link in the comments. I will pin it so that you can come over and join us on Patreon. It's just much easier to go live and post and do things over there because the YouTube algorithm is very, 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 very aggressive. Extremely aggressive. No, he was only 31. He was only 31. Nicole, he was 31 years old. Hi, Malcolm. Honestly, the only way to reclaim his base is to give them all something to sympathize over. They have failed to incite the black community and create an enemy, so a sacrifice was made. So you think it was a setup? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I did think that the Trump assassination kind of seemed, assassination attempt seemed fake. That one, I don't know if I believe that one. I think Charlie Kirk has too much. Charlie Kirk has a lot of value. Charlie Kirk has more value to Trump alive than dead. I don't think. I think they would sacrifice J.D. Vance before Charlie Kirk if they needed to make a sacrifice. I don't know. And I know it sounds like I'm joking, but I'm being so serious. Like Charlie Kirk was a huge figure. They literally say that like Trump does not get reelected in 2024 without Charlie Kirk. He was a huge figure. Okay, let me talk about how big Charlie Kirk was. I talk on my Patreon podcast about how Donald Trump Jr. was made the head of like Donald Trump's like social media and like strategies and stuff, and he's the one that like advised Trump to like go on Joe Rogan and stuff like that. Like one of the people that worked with Donald Trump's son and also worked with Trump in an assistant capacity was fucking Charlie Kirk. Okay? Charlie Kirk played a huge role in radicalizing like young white men and like bringing them into the fold at a time period when most of their peers, Generation Z, is becoming like more liberal. Charlie Kirk played a huge role in like radicalizing a lot of young white men and like bringing them over to the right. I don't think that they would sacrifice him. I don't think they would make him a sacrificial figure to like unite their base or something. I think they would pick like J.D. Vance or like somebody else. I don't think it would be Charlie Kirk. He had a lot of value alive. A lot. I don't think they would. And he was so young. He was 31 years old. Like, there was people that were saying that, like, they wanted him to, like, run for president one day and shit. Like, I don't think they would pick him. I don't think they would pick him. I don't think they would pick him if they had to get rid of somebody. JD Vance is definitely more expendable. Exactly. Like, I don't think they would pick Charlie Kirk. Hi, Hush 420. Violence isn't the answer. Well, it definitely produces results. People preach that violence is never the answer. Those folks are the people who already have institutional power. And that's a good point, Sam. I was talking about Luigi this morning. Hi, Mar. Oh my gosh, how are you? How are you doing? For those of you that are on right now that have not seen me in a long time on YouTube, please come check us out on Patreon. It's only $2 to join. Also, you can also join as a free member. There is a free tier, and like individual, I don't know, Patreon does this thing, like individual posts and stuff are available for purchase for like $5. So you can also always join as a free member, and if you see like one like podcast in particular that you're interested in, or one live stream in particular that you want to check out, you can get like just individual ones. Like, there's tons of options. Please check us out on Patreon. I haven't been as active on YouTube because it's hard to go live and post and stuff over here. The algorithms and stuff over here are extremely aggressive. Like, I don't even know if they're gonna let me upload this live stream because there's a lot of like curse words, and we're talking about like violence, and like y'all know how people got to use the words unalive and stuff now. Like, it's because the algorithms have gotten so aggressive. So on Patreon, we continue to have sort of the what you guys know from me, like the sort of raw and unfiltered dialogue and discourse. It's easier to do it there on that platform than over here. So live streams be on Fridays on Patreon, podcasts on current events, and reviews. I reviewed the Last Clips album last Friday. Like, all that stuff is there. I'm just gonna keep on saying it for those of you, because a lot of people will be like, Seren, where have you been? And I'm like, I'm on Patreon. Please check us out on Patreon. I don't know, like, I might try and live stream, like, again, every now and then. The really large scale events, I do YouTube, because I know a lot of you guys are still here on YouTube. I also want to start trying, I'm a little off topic now, to sort of like chop and screw some of the live streams and stuff that's on Patreon and put it here on YouTube. But it's still hard. Last week I live streamed listening to music, and I tried to post it on YouTube, and it was immediately flagged. It was like immediate copyright, so I had to take it down. So I'm trying, because I listen to a lot of new music over there as well. I could listen to a whole fucking album over there and it doesn't matter. I try to post 1 minute of the fucking shit here, and it's like immediate flag, automatic. But hi, Mar. The timing of the shot during his answer about guns was clearly a well-planned mark by a pro. Yeah. Remember Gabby Giffords? These are absolutely not new. Shit is just imploding. Random act of violence would have definitely resulted in more than one death. There's Daniel Martin. Hi. No way in the world that was a random shot. One bullet, one target. Yeah, he's 31. He was only 31 years old. My mom also thinks it was a setup. It's dangerous. But, like, being involved in politics is definitely dangerous now. I mean, maybe it always was. I don't know. JD Vance was definitely more expendable than Charlie Kirk. The Trump assassination was definitely given SNL. The Charlie Kirk college debates were really circulated on TikTok during this past election cycle. He had a lot of value. My boyfriend works as security at a huge insurance company where we live. They have him going outside to put the flag half-staff. The problem with all the political pundits is they're the faces of Republicans and Democrats. When either leader is in office and the administration fails, they become the easy targets. Charlie Kirk definitely had a political career path in the Conservative Party. It would make no sense to sacrifice him. Hi, Belle. Hi, Neffy. I can see that point. Kirk would have had the charisma to carry on the movement post-Trump. Exactly, Malcolm. That's exactly what I'm saying. Like, Charlie Kirk had like, he definitely had the charisma, and he had a following, young people. Like, he was definitely somebody that they kind of needed to move their party forward. I don't think he would have been the sacrificial lamb. I definitely think it would have been J.D. Vance if it was going to be a setup. Because, like, people don't really like him, but he's, like, still vice president. He'd be out and about making, like, you know, public appearances, and they could still play it exactly the same, like, political violent. I don't think it would have been Charlie Kirk. I think somebody really fucking killed Charlie Kirk. Bye, Nicole. Yeah, YouTube is a hot mess. This Charlie Kirk situation is insane. South Park may not want to touch this topic. I don't know if South Park's going to do this one. He was talking about gun safety when he was taken out. Yeah, he was a gun person. He was one of those people that was like, we need guns. We need guns. We're living in the alternate reality. We're living in the alternate motherfucking dimension. Oh, you're stabilized again? I'm so happy to hear that, Mark. Well, I don't know if you heard me, but I just said, like, you can also join for free. There's also a free option. There is a free option on Patreon. Just if you want to be on there, just so you can, like, keep up with me. Even if you don't check out, like, every post, like, there's also a free option. And you can just, like, purchase, like, individual posts and blah, blah, blah. And, like, sometimes I do stuff on there that's, like, available for everyone, regardless of if it's, like, free or paid. It's just easier to be over there in general, because, like, technically it's behind a paywall, even the free tier, so there's no advertising. So they don't care if you be like, fuck. They don't care. They don't care if you say murder. You don't have to be like, unalive and grape and PDF files. You don't have to say those things. You can just say what you want to say. But we would love to see you, Mar. Missed you. I'm glad to hear that you're doing better. And Kyrie, it's so good to see you. It's so good to see everybody. Somebody said Charlie Kirk lost the gun debate. I know people are going to be joking about this, and I know people are going to be like, it's not appropriate. He was a young father and married with 2 children. But, like, the irony, he definitely lost the motherfucking gun debate. Definitely lost the motherfucking gun debate. You was talking all that talk about how motherfuckers have the right to bear arms and how gun deaths are fucking unavoidable because we all have a right to bear arms. Let me get to the end of this chat and then wrap it on up. We're going to wrap it up, B. Even the Melissa Hortman ordeal, the GOP didn't give half as much consideration to that lady and her family. Half-mast for this man is wild, but does speak to his value and perception with Republicans. Bye, Nicole. Chicken's coming home to roost. He founded Turning Point USA. Yeah. It was him and his friend. Candace was involved, but it was him and a friend. His friend was a Tea Party person. They founded it when they were teenagers. He was like 18 years old. Assassinations have always been a thing here in the United States. It's so American. Octavia Butler wrote this. YouTube be trying to censor. Patreon is definitely where it's at. It's crazy how code words have become so normalized. It's nice to see you all. Yeah, I mean, you know, and maybe we could do, like, something quick on here, too. It's just hard. Like I said, I don't even know if they're going to let me leave, like, this live stream up. Because, like, I'm not using the code words. And y'all know me, like, I don't do them code words. Like, I just like to talk. Especially how his last words were guns and gang violence. Arms were bared. Yeah. Buddy's last words were literally gang violence. Was talking about gun violence. It's just getting bananas out here. Parable of the Sower is definitely in this universe. I just joined for the $2 tier. Wish could do 5, but got a budget. $2 tier is totally fine. It's totally fine. I'm just letting y'all know, because people always be like, Saran, where do you be? And I'd be like, we're on Patreon. We're live every Friday. podcast every Friday. Current events, reviews, news. I've done like 20 motherfucking podcasts about fucking Trump and his shenanigans, Gavin Newsom, LA fires, ICE deportations, everything, affirmative action being rolled back, like all the stuff that I would have previously done here that it's hard to talk about here because like these are now considered like sensitive topics, and YouTube don't like these words. YouTube feels like these are bad words now, and it's only getting worse under Trump, you know, because Trump's just like, you can't say these things, you can't say this stuff, and I'm not using these code words. I don't want to. Sorry. Okay. Oh, Chariot Man Gaming, I'm about to go too. I'm about to wrap up. I've been on for a minute. I don't know. You guys know I've done meet and greets in the past, and they've done extremely well. Extremely well. I've done several in New York, a whole bunch in New York. Maybe in New York, maybe, but I'm gonna have to wear a fucking bulletproof vest or something. Like, not even kidding. Like, if people know where you're gonna be nowadays, it's not safe. It's not safe. Hi, Emeralds. Yeah. Unless I joined the Patreon. But I love doing meet and greets. Like, I love doing, like, you guys remember I did in Harlem, and I did one in Harlem, I did one in Brooklyn. I love doing, like, public conversations where people can meet up and talk and have discourse. It's great. It's incredible. I love doing it. But nowadays, it feels dangerous. It doesn't feel like 10 years ago. You guys know I had my 11-year anniversary on YouTube in August. 11 years. 11 years. 11 years. I would have felt a little bad had his last words not been gang violence. I always appreciate hearing your political insights, Ren. Thank you. Again, join the Patreon podcast. Counting or not counting gang violence, he replied before a bullet suddenly entered his neck. That was his last words. And he was talking about mass shootings and gun violence. And the sniper said, bitch, I got something for that ass. I'm sorry. Mark, you have my email, and I want to say you have my phone number. Please hit me up. Meet and greets are better when your online community has their roots in Tumblr. Not to brag, but we show up. Yes, that's right, Neffy. I'm annoyed when I see the right doing mental gymnastics to demonize people who bring up the irony of Kirk's beliefs versus his death. Exactly, Malcolm. Like, and that's another reason why it kind of feels like we're inevitably heading towards a war, because it's like you can't even talk to these people. Like, the mental gymnastics and the fucking delusion. Like, this is a person that literally said out of his own mouth that gun deaths are an unavoidable byproduct of our Second Amendment right to bear arms. He said that shit. I didn't say that shit. He said that shit. These are the people that say, oh, it's totally fine for Donald Trump to sit the National Guard on innocent people in fucking Washington, D.C., it's totally fine. It's totally fine. It's totally fine. January 6th insurrection, where they ran up in the Capitol and killed a cop, totally fine. Totally fine for them, the party of law and order, but they're cop killers. Totally fine. The death of that Minnesota fucking lawmaker and her husband, totally fine. The plot to kill Gretchen Whitmer, totally fine. Kyle Rittenhouse killing 3 people, totally fine. Dylan Roof killing 7 people, totally fine. Those people that were killed in the grocery store in Buffalo, New York, totally fine. When it's their side perpetrating violence, it's totally fine. It's Second Amendment rights. But now the flag's got to be at half-mast for Charlie Kirk, who was a fucking gun nut. I feel bad for his wife and 2 children. But we're heading to a point that we're not going to be able to come back from. All right, and I'm going to wrap it up. We're living in the Wild West. Exactly, Brooke. both sides, and not even, neither, both sides, all sides, neither side, everyone. Luigi Mangione, who I'm sure probably doesn't consider himself identified with no political party, just to use him as an example. People, anyone, people have shown that they are ready and willing to escalate to violence for their political beliefs, which means war. That's it. That's the end. That's it. People feel like our political systems and infrastructure are broken, rigged, people are cheating, shit doesn't work, we're redistricting, we're stealing seats, we're stealing elections. Violence. People feel violence is the only option, which means we're inevitably heading towards a war. I don't see anything else. I don't see any other way. And whoever wins is going to drastically, we're going to have another Reconstruction period, and whoever wins is going to drastically reconfigure our entire American society, government, constitution, everything. That's really what I feel. That's what I feel. That's what I think is going to happen. Let me wrap this up. Meet and greet online, join the teams live. It's virtual from now on. Queen, we're living in the wild, wild west. 11 years strong, Daniel. I wish Patreon had like a Twitter space type thing where we could all talk. Yes, 11 years. Happy anniversary. For real, for real. Exactly, Mar. Yes, bring a bulletproof if you're going to do a meet and greet. You know we rock with you, Saran. Happy anniversary. The hoops and the loops. Charlie Kirk really did say a lot of inflammatory things, and everybody was fine. Discord has a live chat thing too, but I can't figure out how that shit works. I'm trying to figure out how it works. Also, if you join the Patreon, you automatically get an invitation to the private Discord. It's like 300-400 people in there. It's really cool. Good community. Same community as on YouTube, just closed, which I also feel good about because shit's crazy. Like, we need a closed space for safety. Right-wing mantra, this is totally fine. You're right, the vibes are off. His last words were comedy. Yeah, exactly. Okay, email me, Mar. People don't believe in the system, the economy, nothing. His wife and children are fatherless and husbandless now. Those racist dog whistles are not effective anymore and did not save him. Stay safe, Seren. Everybody be safe. Yep. Everybody be safe. It feels like we're headed to chaos, Marcos, people are afraid, war is dangerous. Marcy. I mean, you know, girl, Marcy, girl, you entitled to your opinion. I just mean in the sense that I see what you're saying, Marcy, that you don't feel bad. Marcy said, girl, I don't feel bad. And I see somebody else say, like, who would marry a person like that? Like, they probably all have the same beliefs. That's true. I'm getting a little soft-hearted, y'all. It's been 11 years. I'm getting a little bit more soft-hearted. I did lose a friend earlier this year. I've lost people to gun violence. I lost a friend earlier this year to cancer. It sucked. It was horrible. So I'm getting a little bit more soft-hearted. A little bit. You know, because dead means never coming back. Dead means never coming back. And I think a lot of people, I'm not talking about anybody in particular, just saying, like, I think a lot of people don't really, like, grasp, like, dead means never coming back. And the kids didn't ask, you know, we're not about to get too into that, but like the kids, his kids didn't ask for his parents, didn't ask to be born into that family, didn't ask to be born. You know, I don't know how little they are, what their ages are, but I've heard that they're very small. Like, you know, they only know that they had a father and now they don't have a father. We're not getting, whatever, we're not, you know. But like, but I see what you're saying, Marcy, because like when the shoe was on the other foot, they don't be sad. They don't be sad for us when our side, when somebody kills people on our side. They don't be sad. They don't be sad when somebody goes and shoots up a black church. They don't be sad. So I feel you. I totally feel you. I totally feel you. Because they don't be sad when the shoe's on the other foot. But, you know, it's been 11 years. I'm getting soft-hearted. So but I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I'm going to wrap it up because I've been on here a minute. Seren, you were wise to take your thoughts and ideas to Patreon. Unfiltered free speech. Yeah, it's and like I said, just yeah, like for everyone's safety, and it's a close. Which like other shit started happening too, like bots and like AI, you know, like AI and chat bot and bots in the comments and all types of stuff. Like shit started getting weird on YouTube. It's good to evolve and have more empathy and sympathy. That means growth. Oh, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna wrap it up right there. That was a really nice last comment, Queen. So I'm gonna wrap it up. So yeah, check us out on Patreon. I will put the link. And Kyrie, I think you have my email too. Mar, anybody that my email is on the about page. Anybody that wants to email me, you can always email me as well. Like if you're over like, Seren, where are you? How are you? You can always email me. You can always email me. And check for us on Patreon. Live stream Fridays on Patreon. Podcast Fridays on Patreon. You can always find me there. And, you know, I'm glad you guys tuned in and we were able to chat. Love you guys so much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. 11 years. Bye, y'all.